Hey folks, I'm going to show you how to make pulled pork on a Weber kettle. Now I've got the grill lit. I'm going to let the charcoal do its thing and go inside and actually prep the Boston butt and get it ready to put on here and smoke. I had a little accident with a bag of charcoal. It had got wet and the bag tore open and it all went on the ground, but I'll salvage it and put it in something. Now here's the pork butt that I'm cooking. We raised this ourselves here on our little farm. This actually came from one of those last two hogs that we took, and this is a small one. I think this one comes in at just shy of 3 pounds. I had them cut small because for me and my wife, this is all we need. It's just us eating here today. But you know, a small one is easier to start with anyway because it don't take as long for it to cook. Now for a binder, I'm going to use just some olive oil, and for my rub, this is a homemade rub. I use this on pork and on chicken, and I'm going to leave the ingredients to this in the description below if that's something you're interested in. Don't need much of a binder, and honestly, whether you use hot sauce, mustard, olive oil, it's not going to make a huge difference. It's not going to really affect the flavor, and some people don't even like to use a binder, but I think it helps the rub stick a little better, and it just makes an overall better bark. Just want to coat it very liberally with this rub, and I'm going to try to make sure that I get it on all the sides and the ends so that all of it will pick up some of this flavor. So now I'll just let this set up for a little while, and I'm going to go check on the grill, see if it's ready to go. We'll put it on there and let it start smoking. Okay, I've got it on the kettle now, and I did put the fat cap up. Don't think that's going to make a huge amount of difference. It's real thin. I've got a couple chunks of hickory on there, and I'm getting some decent thin smoke, so I'll go ahead and put the lid back on here. I've got the bottom vent open about 2/3 of the way. I think I'm going to leave the top vent all the way open for right now, and I can always change that if I need to. I'm shooting for anywhere from 250 to 300 degrees, and I'll check on it in about an hour. Hey folks, we're at 1 hour in, maybe a couple minutes over that. Really nice color on this little Boston butt. Still got plenty of charcoal left. Got a little bit of the wood chunk left, and it's been putting out some nice clean smoke. I'm going to probe it just to see sort of where it is. About 67, 68 degrees there in the center. I'm going to leave it alone, check it again in about another hour. It's been running at about 275. It's been a little bit over an hour and a half since you've seen it, and that puts us at probably a little over 2.5 hours total cook time. It's probing a little bit under 160, so it's came up probably over 100 degrees since I probed it the last time, but it still needs to come up about 40 or 50 more degrees. I'm going to wrap it, and my fire had burned down just a little bit, got down under 225, so I'm going to pump that up just a little bit. I'm going to try to get back up to around 300 because we're losing daylight, and I want to finish this one off, and I'll check it again probably about an hour. I went ahead and wrapped it in some butcher paper and put some more charcoal on there so I can pump the temperature back up again. I think I'll go ahead and put the lid on it now after this is caught up and let it start stabilizing just a little bit, and hopefully the next time that I check it, it's going to be pretty close to being done. Here is the finished product. I pulled the bone out, and I shredded up just a little bit of it to sample. This little Boston butt took about 5 hours, and I'm going to be honest with you, it fooled me. I didn't think it would take that long. It was, like I said, it was just a little bit under 3 pounds, but sometimes they cook different. So the thing I could tell you is always be prepared to spend enough time when you're cooking. Don't shortcut yourself on time, because when you do that, when you expect something to not take long, it will. That's just the way that it works sometimes, but I enjoyed the cook. It picked up quite a bit of smoke flavor. I've already tried a little bit of it. It's still got a pretty decent bark on it, even though I wrapped it. But me and my wife are looking forward to enjoying this. Just wanted to recap a little bit. I actually ended up using some lump charcoal. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. And I used some hickory wood chunks with the lump charcoal, so I ended up with good smoke flavor. It was just about the right amount to me. The meat's still juicy, and it's just got a good flavor to it. So if you're looking for a way to do some pulled pork, if you've never done it before, or maybe you just need a refresher, this video will show you just a good basic way to do it. And if you don't have a rub that you want to use, you want to make something, I'll put the ingredients in the description box below to the rub that I used. It's good on pork, it's good on chicken. Try it, or maybe modify it just a little bit. But I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel, check out some more videos. Also check out the link that I've got in the description box to my charcoal grilling course. But God bless you all, and I hope that you have a great day.